Hi, this is Michael Price of Kingdom Freedom Academy. I'm super excited to share with you another chapter from Quantum Leap Strategy. Now, chapters are only 2 pages, lots of white space, very easy to read, but profound. So I'm going to get started. And today's chapter is called Focus on Ends Rather Than Means. So let me get my glasses here so I can see a little better here. So it starts out by saying, develop a razor sharp picture of where you want to land at the end of your quantum leap. Make your goals specific, pay careful attention to the details. I've heard of the saying from Stephen Covey's book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And one of his habits is start with the end in mind. So in other words, what this is saying to me is be very, very clear, be very, very specific, not vague, like, yeah, hey, I'd like to have a nice home. Well, how big of a home? How many bedrooms? What would you like to use it for? Where would the bedrooms be situated, etc.? I built a custom home back in 2016, and I can say the process of visualizing everything and where things would go made it an amazing process. So be very, very specific about where exactly you want to end up. Now, it says, adults rarely make quantum leaps, but small children make them all the time. You want to know why? The little ones focus on ends rather than means. Kids have no hang up about technique. Being so young and inexperienced, they're often practically devoid of methodology, but they're open-minded, goal-focused, and true believers in experimentation. Let me read that again. I believe this is very key, very critical to making a quantum leap. They're open-minded, they're goal-focused, and true believers in experimentation, because you're not very likely, you're not going to get it right the first time, right? So they lock in mentally on their objective and seem quite willing to let the goal determine the methodology. I'm going to read that again. Let the goal determine the methodology. In fact, they proceed such that the goal often creates the methodology. The child does something for the first time ever, it works, and inherent potential is discovered. The necessary technique, the means, just sort of evolves in the process. Now let's talk about grown-ups. Grown-ups get it all backward. Adults can't seem to choose a goal without simultaneously evaluating their resources and personal repertoire of skills to see if they have what it takes to reach the objective. I mean, think about it. As an adult, would you want to pursue a goal, pursue something, if you thought it wasn't going to work out? It would feel like failure. I'd feel like a failure, and who wants to feel like a failure? So why even try? But here's the point, right? Kids don't focus on that. What they're saying is, adults focus on, do I have what it takes to reach the objective? The adult's command of technique, methodology, or resources then becomes the screening device used to select, quote, the appropriate goal. The choice of goals, the ends, depends too heavily on what the individual perceives as his or her obvious available methodologies, the means. The methodology trap, a preoccupation with how to, that's the author's definition of a methodology trap. The preoccupation with how to nurtures, what does it do? It nurtures doubt, lowers your aspirations, and sabotages your chances of making a quantum leap. What's the solution? So start by working on defining your goal, not by worrying about everything that will be involved in getting from here to there. Technique, methodology, the process you'll need to follow, this will come to you. So I invite you to repeat that over and over and over again till you believe it. The technique, the methodology, the process you'll need to follow, this will come to you. Matter of fact, we only have a couple more sentences here, but I just thought of a verse in the Bible. I think it's Psalm 145:10. It says, your word, this is speaking about God's word, is a lamp unto your feet, right? So think about being in pitch black darkness, right? You can't see anything. You know where you are. You have an idea of where you want to be, but you have no idea to get there because you're in pitch black darkness. But if you had a lamp by your side, you could see one step in front of you. Now, all you need to do is take that one step in faith and hold on to the light, God's word, hold on to it, and then it can show you the next step, the second step, right? And so on and so on. But you'll never see the second step until you take that first step. So that's what this is focused on, is saying, the method, the technique, the methodology, the process you'll need to follow, this will come to you. Just make sure your aim is good. Open yourself to the unexpected and proceed. You don't have to know how you're going to get there, but you must know where you want to go. Last sentence. Focus on this goal constantly in your thoughts and imagination. Carry in your mind a picture of you achieving the objectives. Now, I'll share something I think I shared on another call. There's a process that the author, Price Pritchett, recommended in a video I watched him where he was being interviewed and talking about the quantum leap strategy. And one of the things he talks about, and I call it, and he might call it, maybe it was just me picking up what he said, I'm not sure, but a quantum leap ritual. What do I mean by a quantum leap ritual? That is for every day, not some days, not most days, every day for 12 minutes, visualize, focus on where you want to go to get there. He even said, if you've written it down, which he recommends, literally take your finger and trace over what it is that you are focused on achieving. There's something in doing that by physically tracing your finger over, like if you have a vision board or something you've written down, move your finger over it. It will connect your subconscious and your conscious to believe that you will do this. So every single day, what I invite you to do, I've done this, I think 20 out of the last 22 days. So haven't done it perfectly, but I am doing it consistently, and I would invite you to do the same thing every single day. I set my timer on my cell phone before I start working, and for 12 minutes, I walk around. I have, on my carpet in my living room, I have some pictures on the wall. I have one about faith. I have one that's a picture of Jesus with all the animals. And when I see that picture, what I find myself declaring is that God created all things. Number one, he created all things quickly, did it in 6 days. And number three, did it effortlessly. So every time I walk around my room and I see that painting, I remind myself, God created all things quickly and virtually, effortlessly. And because he's in me, I can create all things quickly and easily and effortlessly. So again, you don't need to know the how, but you definitely need to know the what. So focus on your goal. I invite you to do the visualization exercise every single day for at least 12 minutes. Write it down. After the 12 minutes, write down what ideas came to you. I'm keeping a journal. So write down your ideas in a journal, one place where you can go to and review those ideas on a consistent basis. And then I invite you to share this with someone that will encourage you on your dreams. So look forward to hearing what was the most valuable thing you got from this. And I invite you to get an accountability partner, someone that will pursue a quantum leap in their own life so that you can encourage them and hold them accountable, and they can encourage you and hold you accountable. And you'll see that you will create quantum leaps in your life. God bless you.